Hi, this is Professor Becker, and this video is about how to navigate our Blackboard site. So the first thing you want to do is go to valenciacollege.edu and go up here to where it says Quick Links and click on Blackboard Learn. You're going to be asked for your username and your password, which will be the same username and password as your Atlas account, and then click Login. What you want to do is go over to the right-hand side under My Courses and find your Organic Chemistry 1 and click it. What's going to show up first is the Content folder. The Content folder is based on chapters. So let's look at Chapter 1. The first thing is the PowerPoint lecture notes. You're going to want to print them out so that you have a hard copy. I suggest that you do not print in color, and I do suggest that you print 2 to 3 slides per page. The next thing is the handouts. Let's click that. Each chapter has handouts that I've created and answer keys. The handouts have been decided upon by the things that students usually have issues with. So let's go back. The next thing is homework, which has your homework assignments, and then it has the homework key. When you do the homework, answer the questions on the paper, and that's what you're going to hand in. The homework keys for all of the chapters are up for the entire semester. What I want you to do is try the homework on your own and then check your answers. And if you have any questions, you let me know. The next thing are videos, so let's click on that. I've included videos on topics that students usually have issues with. Let's go back to content. So that's how Chapter 1 through 4 will be. Let's go to Review for Exam 1. Review for Exam 1 will be a review sheet for Exam 1. Exam 2 and Exam 3 will also have old exams. Let's take a look at Review for Exam 2. And if you can see, it has old exams up that you can study from. Let's go back to content. So if you can see Chapter 1 through 4, then Review for Exam 1, Chapter 12 and 13, Chapter 6 through 8, then Review for Exam 2, Chapter 9, 5, 10, 11, and then Review for Exam 3. Let's go over and look at this toolbar on the left-hand side. Under Getting Started, there's the syllabus, which I have a separate video for, and My Grades, where all your grades will be posted. Under Course Materials are Content, Reactions and Mechanisms, Labs, and Messaging. Let's click on Reactions and Mechanisms. These are the reactions and mechanisms for the entire semester. I suggest that you print them out before we get to Chapter 4. Let's go to Labs. The first thing is the Introduction to Organic Chemistry lab, which is a handout lab. So you have to print this before our first meeting the week of September 11th. The next thing are lab notes for each lab. Then there's a melting point video, a page with organic glassware labeled, and an IR chart. Let's go to lab notes. So there are lab notes which tell you which post-lab questions to do and what should be in your conclusion for each lab that we're going to perform. Let's take a look at Lab 5A. So for Lab 5A, the chemicals that we're going to use are listed, and any information that I want in addition to the normal information that you have to do for each chemical on the pre-lab is given. So for these ones, I want you to include the melting point. Down here, it will have any changes, so we will do 3 trials of 2 of the known compounds and the mixture. Under that will be any changes to the procedure and the hints. What you're going to want to do is print this out before you do your pre-lab and your carbonless copy notebook, because I've changed some of the procedures. These numbers coincide with the numbers in your lab manual. The next thing are the post-lab questions, which are assigned. For this lab, it's 1 through 7. The post-lab questions should go right after you write the procedure in your carbonless copy notebook. The post-lab questions in the conclusion can go the full width of the page in your carbonless copy notebook. The last thing should be conclusions. Make sure that it goes last. For this one, I want you to do a table of chemicals and melting points. And number 2, any problems or changes. If there were no problems and changes, you're still going to put under conclusion number 2, and you're going to put there were no problems or changes. Let's go back and look at one of the later labs. Let's look at XIC Part B. So for this one, it shows the equations and it says show the complete mechanism. It has the chemicals, it has the lab notes, the post-lab questions. For this one, I wrote the post-lab questions and the conclusion. Make sure that you number the post-lab questions just as they're shown and that you number the conclusions just as they're shown. That's it for the lab notes. The last thing that I want to talk about under course materials is the messaging system that we'll use. I prefer to use Blackboard Messaging, so let's click on Messages. Any messages that you have will be in your inbox, and any messages that you've sent will be in the sent. Let's create a new message, so I'm going to click Create Message, and under Recipients, I'm just going to click the 2. All of the student names show up and the professor name, so you can choose who you want to send your message to. When you're done composing the message, you just hit Submit. I hope this helps when you're trying to find things on our Blackboard website. Thank you.